Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Gus's Plants, and today for you guys I have a very long overdue video. Everybody asks what Hoyas do I have. You guys want to see my Hoya collection, and today you're getting it. I'm gonna show you guys 30 of my Hoyas, because if I were to make a video showing all of my Hoyas, it will probably take me 2-3 hours. And I just don't want to show you guys the Hoya and that's it. I want to show you guys the Hoya and talk a little bit about the experience that I've had with it. So actually I'm gonna break this down into probably 20 Hoyas, because 30 is a little bit too much. I don't know, I'll do whatever I can right now. So let's just get started with my collection video part 1. And so the first Hoya that I want to share with you guys in this video, it's a very close Hoya to my heart. It's the Hoya that I purchased for my birthday. This is Hoya Patella, guys. Look at this beautiful Hoya, guys. Isn't she pretty? Is she cute? So this is Hoya Patella, guys. The reason why I got this Hoya is because of the flowers. This Hoya produces singular flowers as opposed to like umbels of flowers. Hoya Patella only grows one little flower. It's kind of like in the medium size. It's not little, but it's not like huge, or it's just unique, and this is why I like it. Hoya Patella is it's just a beautiful plant. The leaves on this Hoya, maybe you guys don't know, but the leaves on this Hoya are very fairy, kind of like a Thompsonii, like globulosa. When you touch it, it feels like it has like a sweater, like a fairy sweater. It's very furry. I don't know if you guys could see if I do it up close. Yeah, it's very furry. But it's a very slow grower. I had this plant since February on my birthday, and it really hasn't grown much for me. I believe it's only grown about 3 leaves, and it has a little new set of leaves growing over here on the top. But yeah, I'm very excited about this plant because it's my baby, because I got it for my birthday. And so yeah, Hoya Patella. I know there's a fast grower for people that have it like in a lot of warmth. I don't have a lot of warmth, actually. I don't think it's enjoying the greenhouse, so I'm thinking of probably just taking it out and hanging it on my trees. But for now I have it in my greenhouse, but I will probably take it out and put it in my trees, which I think it will do better for it. Alright guys, so the next Hoya that I have here is Hoya globulosa, like I mentioned prior to it. Look at this Hoya, guys. Hoya globulosa. It's a beautiful Hoya. You can see how wavy it is. You can see how pointy it is, how thick. It's also furry. If you guys touch it, it's furry. I have it in coconut husks, and I got this plant as a plant trade with my friend Misha from Plants by Misha here on YouTube. And yeah, this Hoya, it's a very nice Hoya. It's very expensive, or used to be expensive. Now it's more like on the cheaper side. I love this plant, guys. It seems to be a fast grower. I've had it for less than a month, and it's already taking off with a tendril. You guys can see right there, growing me 2 leaves. I think you love coconut husks. And yeah, I'm just happy that I got this plant thanks to my friend Misha. So Misha, if you're watching, thank you. Another Hoya that I got from my friend Misha here on YouTube is Hoyas In, or Hoyas In. Let me see if you guys could take a closer look at it. It's a very little leaf Hoya, or like on the medium size, because there is Hoyas that have smaller leaves than this. I don't know if you guys could see it. This one, I've never heard of it before. I put it in coconut husks, and it started taking off. It grew 2 leaves, and it's also growing for me a little 2 tendrils, as you guys could see right there. Not much to say about this Hoya, as it's new for me. I've only had it for about 2-3 weeks. Other than that, I'm seeing that it's a fast grower. I don't know what the flowers look like or anything, but I'm happy to have it because it's a Hoya that I've never heard of before. And when I unboxed this, I was surprised. So I'm happy that it's a new leaf. It's a new Hoya. Also, I'm seeing that I think it's growing up a peduncle right here. I'm not sure if you guys could see right here where my finger is. It's probably just an area root. I'm just obsessed with Hoya flowers. And yeah, so Hoyas In from Plants by Misha. Thank you for sending this my way if you're watching, Misha. Okay guys, so another Hoya that I got in a swap, it's Hoya PACHYCLADA, guys. Look at this beautiful leafed Hoya. This to me reminds me of like a Hoya or of like a peperomia. Isn't she like beautiful? And it reminds me of a Hoya peperomia. If you guys have peperomias, let me know in the comments below. Does this Hoya remind you of a peperomia? Because to me it does. This Hoya comes 2 different ways. It comes variegated, and it comes like this. The variegated one seems to be the expensive, pricey one, hard to find, because variegated plants don't grow as fast as regular green plants. I've noticed that this plant is a fast grower for me. For me, when I got it, it was 2 leaves with a huge tendril. The tendril yellowed, and so I was only left with the 2 leaves and a node, which I was able to root, and so it already grew this much for me. As you guys can see, all of this, it's new growth. And it's growing a new tendril on the side. It's little, you guys cannot see it, but it's growing there. So it's gonna produce 2 tendrils, which is I'm pretty happy. But it's a fast grower. It's a heavy drinker, though it needs to be wet a lot of times, or for me at least. I have it in my greenhouse with a lot of humidity, and it's doing really nicely. So this is Hoya PACHYCLADA. I wish I had the other Marginara, but I don't have. But I know it's super expensive. It's one of those Hoyas that remains expensive through the times, through the months, through the years, and I'm not gonna buy it because I refuse to pay X amount of money for a Hoya. If I could just, you know, maybe eventually get it on a trade, or maybe find it, you know, like on a nursery, then I'll hit the jackpot. But yeah, Hoya PACHYCLADA. Another Hoya that I got in a plant swap is this one, which I don't know the name of it. I think Misha sent this to me. She doesn't know the name of it, and I don't know the name of it, and unfortunately the Hoya arrived with a little scratch, or a big scratch that goes all the way through the leaf. So if you're watching the video and you guys know what kind of Hoya this is based on the leaf, let me know in the comments below, because I'm lost. This Hoya arrived rooted with a lot of area roots, so I believe she was growing this, probably she rooted this in water, like in a little water, whatever you call it. I don't do that. I actually like to grow my Hoyas, root them up where they're gonna be for the rest of their life. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna keep this Hoya for a pretty long time in soil, which seems to be doing good. It hasn't yellowed, the leaf looks nice. It puckered up because when it arrived, it was kind of flimsy, but now I feel that it got hard again. And it looks nice. The veining also on the leaves is very nice. You guys could see the veining. I just don't know what kind of Hoya this is. So if you guys know, let me know. Alright guys, this other Hoya, this is Hoya ONYCHOIDES. Hoya ONYCHOIDES is one of those Hoyas that grows huge umbels of flowers, as opposed to my Hoya PATELLA, which was the first one that I showed that only grows 1 flower. This one grows clusters that are like huge. They're like maybe like a foot, not a foot long, but like, you know, 8 inches wide. And yeah, I'm super happy that I got this Hoya. When I got this from Coco Ranch Hoyas, which I don't buy Hoyas from her, but I got this from her, Coco Ranch, and it was doing really good. And then winter came in, and this Hoya declined so bad. It was dying for me. I was gonna lose it. So I chopped up all of the yellow leaves and all of the, you know, yellow mushy tendrils, and I just remained with like the big stem, and I placed it in my humidity box in my house, and it survived winter. And so now back to summer, and it's like this. Once winter comes back again, or once fall hits, this is Hoya that I'm gonna bring indoors, because if I keep it outdoors, it will die. So if you guys have this Hoya, make sure that you guys don't keep it outdoors, or make sure that you don't give this a lot of cold, because cold kills this plant. And also it likes to be watered a lot. It's a heavy drinker, in my opinion. Another Hoya that I have for you guys is Hoya, this one is Hoya KHRONIANA. For some reason, when I got this Hoya from Cardino's nursery, the leaves were very, very little, and you know, and like they were small little leaves, kind of like heart-shaped little baby leaves, and it was doing beautiful. Again, winter came in, got really cold, and the Hoya started dying, and I noticed it. So I was able to salvage like about a tender, 2 tendrils with a few leaves, and I put them in coconut husks, and then I put it in my humidity box, my ghetto humidity box, and voila, this is what I was able to salvage. And something crazy though is that even though it made it, you know, alive, I was able to salvage this plant. The leaves that it's producing for me right now, Hoya KHRONIANA, it's like they're bigger than what it used to be at the original size when I got it. So I guess this Hoya, when you get a lot of humidity, the leaves tend to get a little bigger. So that's kind of crazy, because this Hoya KHRONIANA, the leaves were very small, and so when I put it in a humidity, the leaves started getting big. So if you guys have this Hoya, and is this something that happened to your Hoya, let me know in the comments below. But this is, yeah, but once again, this is Hoya KHRONIANA. And I know that this one also comes in KHRONIANA Escama with a lot of splash, almost silver. And but this is just a regular KHRONIANA with slightly speckles. Alrighty guys, and another Hoya that I don't remember the name of it. I knew the name of it because it's one of my mom's favorites, but I I just forgot about it. But here it is, guys. I'll put the name on the screen. Look at how beautiful this Hoya is. This is one of the Hoyas that are glossy. It's like if it were a female, it'll be a lip gloss queen. It'll stay wearing lip gloss even on summer. You can see how shiny the leaves are. MERILLII, Hoya MERILLII. Just remember Hoya MERILLII. It's a Hoya that grows very fast, and it's a beautiful Hoya. The leaves are very glossy. This Hoya does not like it when you put it in straight light or like direct sunlight. It'll scorch the leaves and the leaves will die. So try to avoid getting this hit by sun, because if it does, you'll kill it. This Hoya likes it more like on the shadowy places. It does like, you know, like bright light, but like not direct sunlight hitting on it, like beaming on it. It's a fast grower. It does attract a lot of like pest, aphids, and like mealybugs. So you guys gotta be careful with this one, because it does attract a lot of like insects and parasites. And this Hoya kind of gives me trouble because of that. But if you guys can get over past that, this Hoya will be a very nice plant to have. All the Hoyas that I mentioned prior to this one are easy keepers. This one is more like on the finicky, because it attracts a lot of mealybugs, aphids, you name it. Okay guys, so look at this baby here. This is Hoya SKINNERIANA. I have an unboxing video when I got this Hoya from Logis, or Logis, however you guys call it. It arrived very nice. It arrived like this color, like a light green color. Fast forward to a few months later, and look at it now. It's huge. It's a huge Hoya, guys. The leaves are massive. It grows massive leaves. Like you guys can see, the new growth on this Hoya SKINNERIANA is like a light green, and as it matures, it turns into like a darker green like this. It's a huge fast grower. Like, I've had it for not even a year, and look at how fast it is. Like how big it got. Like it doesn't even fit on the screen. It's a fast grower. Something that I like about this plant, it's a fast grower, but the leaves, it has multiple colors. So when the leaves come out new, they come out like a light green, and as they mature, see, they're light green when they're new, and as they mature, they get like a darker green like this one over here. If you give it a lot of bright light, it does gets a little bit of speckles, kind of like a bubbly calyx. If you don't give it a lot of brightness, it does grow thick, chunky leaves, and it also does better in humidity. So it does well with that humidity. This is a Hoya that does well anywhere you have it, as long as you give it plenty of water, and that's it. It does require a lot of watering. It's not a heavy feeder. You don't need to fertilize it, or none of the Hoyas that I mentioned you gotta fertilized. It's a fast grower, beautiful Hoya. Another Hoya, guys, that I love, and I don't remember the name of it, so I'll put the name on the screen when I'm editing the video. But look at this Hoya. Oh god, it's beautiful. The leaves are just so weird and unique when they're coming out, and then as they get older, they just get like this. See, nice and thick, slightly glossy. They look kind of like you guys, it's just a beautiful Hoya. But it's just a beautiful plant. It's a fast grower. It wasn't doing so well for me at the beginning, because I had it in my room and it was winter. So once winter ended and we got a little bit of sun here in California, I took it outdoors in my greenhouse, and it just started taking off. So this is a Hoya that I could tell you guys that it doesn't do well in the cold, and it survives the cold, but it doesn't grow as much. And then once summer comes in, it grows, it takes off like crazy. So yeah, another Hoya that I don't remember the name of it, guys, is this one. Let's see if we could do a closer look so you guys can take a look. But look at the leaves on this Hoya. They're splashy, they're little, and they're beautiful, right? They're also slightly glossy as well. I had this Hoya for about 3 months, and it's just doing, I believe this Hoya probably I can't remember the name of it, guys, for the love of God. But it's a beautiful, guys. I like it a lot. A lot of the Hoyas that I put in my greenhouse tend to develop larger leaves because of the humidity. But this one, however, grew a lot of leaves, but they're the same size. They're little leaves. So I'm not sure if this Hoya will ever grow bigger leaves than this. I want it to, but it seems like it's not, because all of these little leaves are new and they're all the same size. A lot of the Hoyas that I have in my greenhouse, the leaves just multiply in size, but not for this one. So if you guys have this Hoya, don't does it grow bigger than leaves than this? Because it does. If it does, it will be one of my favorites. Just imagine one of these leaves, huge. All right, guys, here is another Hoya. I got this from as a gift from the what is it, Studio Jesse James, and it's this little one. I don't know if you guys could see it right here, but this one is Hoya KANYAKUMARIANA. Super expensive plant, guys. This is a super expensive plant, and I'm so thankful that Studio Jesse James, I asked them to sell me a cutting of it, and they were like, you know, we're just gonna give it to you, and they gave it to me on a purchase that I made with them. I was really happy with this one. They actually sent me 2 cuttings. However, the first cutting died, and then they sent me a second one, and yeah, look at it. It's beautiful. This one hasn't taken off. It hasn't grown leaves, but the reason why is because it's so little, but I gave it a huge pot, so it's not gonna grow leaves until it actually grows more roots. And unfortunately, I don't want to move it back to like a smaller pot because that might shock the plant and I might kill it. So it was my mistake. I put it in this huge pot for the amount of leaves that I got. They're establishing, but it's gonna be a while for this one to grow, but I'm perfectly fine with it. That's fine. It was my mistake, and hopefully if you're watching the video, you guys can learn from me not to do that. That's it. All right, guys, this one here is Hoya pandangensis. I don't know if you guys could see it. Hoya pandangensis. It has ugly leaves. You guys could see. To me, they're ugly. They're wobbly. They're just weird. It's a very slow grower. I don't know why it hasn't. I've had this for about, I think, 2 months, and it just hasn't done much for me. It doesn't grow. I don't know. If you guys have this Hoya pandangensis, let me know in the comments below. Is it a fast grower for you or what? I don't know if it likes the cold better. I don't know if it likes it hot. I don't know what it likes, but it's just there. Hoya pandangensis. I like it, but I don't like it because it hasn't done much for me. I feel like it doesn't love me back. You know, I feel like some Hoyas don't love me as much as I love them. A Hoya that I know that loves me is Hoya what the name? Oh, Parasitica. Hoya Parasitica. Look at this one. This one was dying for me. Let me see if I could do a closer look for you guys. This Hoya was dying for me, guys. It really was. It was bigger than this. It was like twice as big, and it was dying. It was winter. It was cold. It was dying. So I got scared, and I also, same thing, I put it in coconut husks, because you guys can see I see coconut husks, and I put it in my ghetto humidity box, and it just took off. It's little right now, but I'm so happy because I was able to salvage this. I know that this Hoya also does not like it when it's really cold, and it's not, you know, I think when it drops like less than 60, this Hoya does not do well, or it survives, but less than 50 or 40, like freezing temperatures, I think that goes for every Hoya. But this Hoya is very sensitive to the cold, so be careful with this one, Hoya Parasitica. At least for me, in my experience. Guys, a Hoya that I seen, but I never purchased, and I'm so glad that I have it, is Hoya Crystal. Oh my god, guys. I recently showed this Hoya in the plant swap that I made with my friend Misha. And look at this. They're all new. Look at the light color that this Hoya grows when they're coming out new. Look at that. These are the old leaves, and these are the new ones. Look, isn't that interesting? Just the fact that this Hoya gives you multiple colors as it grows, that's enough for me to be like, oh wow. And the leaves are also splashy. So you guys can see the leaves are splashy, and look at the light color. It's just incredible. I'm just speechless. This Hoya, it's beautiful. It's one of my mom's favorites. My mom thought it was a public calyx, but it's not. It's more beautiful than a public calyx. Not the public calyx are not beautiful, but this one is just gorgeous. Guys, another Hoya that I have here is still getting used to my house, to my weather, so it's losing a little bit of the leaves, but I'm happy with it. This is Hoya Endauensis, guys. Kind of looks like my Hoya KANYAKUMARIANA. Like the leaves are like the Hoya KANYAKUMARIANA, but look at this. They're not as hard as the KANYAKUMARIANA. They're actually more soft, and I just love this plant, guys. I cannot really say much about this because I got this plant literally like about a week ago. So yeah, but oh god, look at this. I'm just so happy to have it. So yeah, Hoya Endauensis, beautiful plant. Alright guys, this one here is Hoya FINLAYSONII. I'm not sure what kind of FINLAYSONII, but it's a FINLAYSONII. Look at this. Look at that. I'm assuming closer. So if you guys could see right here, it's actually growing, or it's very blurry, but it's actually growing a little baby leaf right there. It's very, very minuscule, but I hope you guys can see it. I got this Hoya from Coco Ranch, and I got this for $75. The picture in the website was a huge plant. Well, not huge, but it was like a medium-sized plant, and I was like, for $75, that's a great buy. I purchased it, and then I read the description, and the description was that it was only for one leaf cutting. So $75 for one leaf cutting, unrooted. It wasn't even rooted. So I contacted Coco Ranch, and she never replied. I contacted her via Instagram, Facebook, and she never replied to anything. She follows me on here on YouTube, so if she's watching, which I don't think she is, she has horrible customer service. I wanted to cancel my order, and I couldn't because she never replied. It took her 2 days for her to you know, ship this to me, but in those 2 days I tried to get a hold of her. She couldn't never answer. Yeah, guys, Hoya FINLAYSONII. I'm not sure what kind of FINLAYSONII type this is, guys, but look at it. It's beautiful, right? It's a beautiful Hoya. It has like a Jurassic look to it, kind of like a dino-esque Jurassic, you know. It's just a beautiful Hoya. I'm not sure what kind of Hoya FINLAYSONII. There's like a ton of Hoya FINLAYSONIIs out there in the world, so I'm not sure what kind of FINLAYSONII this is. I know it's a Hoya FINLAYSONII and a bunch of numbers. I think 352 or something like that. But it's beautiful. It's one of my most Jurassic, close to like a Clemensorium type of look, but it's a slow grower. I've had this for I think 5 months. It has not done nothing. It's the same. So, but it's beautiful though. It's just a unique leaf Hoya. Alright guys, and going to another Hoya that's also a slow grower is this one right here. This one is Hoya Griffithii. It's a splashed Hoya. Splashy Hoyas for me are beautiful regardless. I like them more than the variegated ones. Hoya Griffithii for me, it's a slow grower though. I've had this for about, I think, going on 6 or 7 months, and it really hasn't done much. But it's beautiful nonetheless. The leaves are, you know, thin. They're narrow, but they have texture to them. Like when you touch them, like the leaves have texture to them, and I don't hear many people talk about this one. I know that this one also comes in an intense splashy, like Hoya Griffithii Splash or Hoya Griffithii Gray or something like that. However, like I said, mine is just a regular splash. Yeah. Alright guys, one of my favorite Hoyas, or my favorite Hoya for that matter, is this one right here, and it's so big that I cannot even like do it justice, but it's my Hoya IRINA, guys. Oh my god, I've actually chopped this up 4 times to do swappings with friends. That it's not as full as it was once. As it was once. Oh my god, I cannot even talk. But yeah, this Hoya, guys, it's beyond impressive. Like it's a fast grower for me actually. Yeah, I've cut this up 4 times already to do tradings with friends. It's my beloved. This is like my Hoya. This is my baby, my queen, my IRINA. It's the FINLAYSONII crossed with a MERILLII. Look at that. Like the leaves are just crazy insane. Oh my god, absolutely love this plant. And it's like I know that not a lot of people have it, and a lot of people want it. So if you guys give me some time for this Hoya to grow again, I could definitely start selling some of this plant, because I know that a lot of people want it and don't have it. So it's kind of like my flex on Hoyas for you guys. My Hoya IRINA. Another Hoya that I have here, guys, it's Hoya Clandestina. I've had this Hoya for a while. It's a slow grower for me. For some reason, it just doesn't want to grow. I don't know why it doesn't like me, but it just doesn't want to grow. And it's actually dripping water because I have it in a tray with water. Sorry guys, I had to put that Clandestina back because it was just full of water, because I have it in a let me show you guys how it looks. Let me move this to the side. I'm gonna do a 2-for-1, guys, because this is how I have them. So this is Hoya Clandestina and Hoya Blashernaezii, which, by the way, the Hoya Blashernaezii, look at it, guys. It's growing a peduncle. Oh, look at that. A little peduncle right around here, guys. See, it's a beautiful Hoya Blashernaezii, gorgeous plant. I have an unboxing video on this plant. And this one right here is Hoya Clandestina. I noticed that these are heavy drinkers. They require a lot of water, especially the BLASHERNAEZII. When it grows peduncles, it needs to be kept in a lot of water, because if not, it will drop the peduncles and you will lose them and you won't see the flowers. So it already flowered for me once though, and it was a full peduncle, and then I wasn't watering it too much, and it only ended up opening up like 3 or 4, 5 of the buds. But now I make sure to keep it wet, and the peduncle, it looks full, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna open up to a nice cluster of flowers. Alright guys, my camera is dying, so the last Hoya that I'm gonna show you guys here is Hoya CARDIOPHYLLA. Look at it. Hoya CARDIOPHYLLA. Look at the leaves on this Hoya, they're beautiful. So the little leaves of that you guys are seeing right here, this is how it arrived, and then I put it in my greenhouse, and look at the leaves. This Hoya does best in humidity and warmth, and yeah, it's just beautiful, and they're glossy, and it's beautiful, and I don't hear many people talk about this one. This is also a new leaf right here on the bottom. It's a new leaf. Beautiful Hoya, right? Hoya CARDIOPHYLLA. Alright guys, so this is it. I know that the video was kind of rushed, but my camera was dying, and I really wanted to show you guys my Hoyas. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment down below and give it a thumbs up. Also, comment down below, do you guys have any of the Hoyas that I mentioned? Are you gonna be adding some of the Hoyas that I mentioned in this video to your list, to your wish list? I want to know that. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. Kapun karigato kasamasu. Don't forget to drink water, water your plants, and till next time, bye. Don't forget to add me on Instagram so we can share Hoyas. If you guys have Hoyas that you guys didn't see in this video, I probably don't have them perhaps, so tag me on Instagram using the hashtag GustyLook so that I could take a look at the plants that you have for me to look at. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Bye.